It was the opening day of the first ever test match at Warner Park in Dominica yesterday. And it was headway below for our transmission. Before we got going, it was sun hats for most of the crowd. And brand new caps for a pair of fresh-faced West Indians. But once we got going, it was an old-fashioned bowler that caught the eye. Kumar hoodwinked Kieran Powell and Laxman crowned it off by taking the catch. The Indians made sure that it was also a baptism of fire for Powell's fellow debutant Kirk Edwards. Soon after he had swapped his new cap for a batting helmet, he was caught off it. Time for an old head. Shiv came in for the up-team time to try to save the day. Hats off to him. He's now played more tests than any other West Indian. He settled the innings down with Darren Bravo until you guessed it. Much more than 10 gallons of rain sent everyone scrambling for more cranium cover. Play was called off after just 31 overs. It's probably more of the same on day 2 of this third test between the West Indies and India here at Windsor Park. As we say welcome and good morning and hello to everyone wherever you are in the world. Well, it's not the time of year that cricket flourishes here in Dominica. Nevertheless, we look at what little play we had yesterday and only 31.1 overs were delivered. 75 for 3 the West Indies after India won the toss and elected to field first. Darren Bravo is still there on 22. Shivanarine Chanderpaul on 17. 133 matches to him, so he'll want to have a significant total in this historic achievement for him. So it's a match that the West Indies must win to square the series, and they'll be hoping for better weather today. So will these. This morning to Sunil Gavaskar.
Morning Bish, morning everybody. Good evening in the Indian subcontinent. Well, it's his birthday today. So a completely new look on his birthday. Happy birthday, Mai. He certainly looks different every year. He had long hair when he was a young Indian player. Then he cut his hair short. Then immediately after the World Cup win, he had a total shave of the head, I mean. Something like I see next to me as well.
That's an enforced shave, Sonny.
Right,
it's my natural hairline now. His hair is also a different color, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He got a few more greys in there as well. You're the only one who hasn't aged, Sonny.
Yes, I think if you... I'll give you the hair color that I use.
Play.
All right, Munaf Patel will continue on over what started before the rain yesterday. On a pitch that has looked good for batting. It's not contained the type of bounce or pace or moisture that Mahendra Singh Dhoni was hoping to exploit when he won the toss yesterday and elected to field. And Jeffrey Dujon says that there is still remnants of some moisture because of the inclement weather yesterday and overnight.
Yes, I'm also pretty certain that the pitch will have sweated a little bit under the covers. And so that should be something that the bowler should exploit. And that's a difference. That is the difference. Mahendra Singh Dhoni is collecting the ball well below the waist. Granted, this is probably the first couple of deliveries, but you can see that some of those patches are indicative of the fact that there could be a little bit of moisture under the surface.
Couple more for Chanderpaul. Such an efficient nudger and deflector. Played at that one, and the finger goes up. Good bowling here by Munaf. Pushed at it, and I don't think there was too much doubt that the important wicket of Chanderpaul had gone.
Well, this was an excellent decision rather an excellent delivery from Munaf Patel. Just back of that length, a little extra bounce, and Shivnarine Chanderpaul had to play because he delivered it from so close to the stumps. Just tended to move off the seam a little bit and hits the outside edge. So the West Indies lose their first wicket of the day. Chanderpaul for 23. It's 84 for 4.
Marlon Samuels is the new batsman. Played superbly in the first innings of the second test in Barbados for an unbeaten 78. Numbers that really don't do true justice to his ability. Played that well, Samuels. That gets him off the mark. Should go all the way.
Well, he timed this nicely. Picks himself up a boundary. To get to this point, he had to endure this. And over the shoulder, everything at him. And that one really took off. There he goes, wearing that one, and an iffy shot in the end. A real examination from Munaf Patel. And if you looked at those short balls, you see they all pitched in around the same area, but they came up at different heights. And that's why that back of a length delivery can be a handy one on this pitch. Well, he just threw his hands at that. Beautiful shot from Marlon Samuels. It was wide and he really let fly at it. Didn't bother to move. He knew he'd gotten all of that. It's a good reply from Munaf. This could develop into a nice little battle. Marlon Samuels has come out and he's certainly given the crowd something to cheer about. Some aggressive stroke play. Not sure if Munaf will be too pleased with that. Finishes the over with another good one, and as I finish my stint, Tony Cozier will take over along with Sonny Gavaskar.
Well, it's short and he's gone back and pulled it. Just the first hint of, well, not a bad delivery, but a different delivery. Short, and he was very quickly into his pull shot. Well played by Bravo.
Yes, I don't think the ball got up as much as Ishant wanted. Certainly, it put in a fair bit of effort.
Praveen Kumar now to Samuels. Bowled in. And Samuels on the back foot, not really playing with any conviction. And the West Indies lose their 5th wicket for 99. Praveen Kumar's persistent pays off.
Yes, it does. And maybe Marlon Samuels was in two minds whether to play the ball or leave it. But when you play the ball at the back end of your body, the back half of your body, you're more likely to inside edge it. And that's what he's done. Look at that. The back half of the body, inside edge. And the stumps are gone. Praveen Kumar gets a wicket. It's a big blow. 99 for 5, the West Indies.
New batsman is Carlton Ball, who played very freely in the second innings in Barbados for his unbeaten 46. That's the way he likes to play, usually plays. But the situation here, 99 for 5, I suppose he should play his natural game. Darren Bravo in strike now. Well, he's got that through now. And that raises 100 in emphatic fashion. That's a magnificent shot from Bravo.
Played with typical left-hander's elegance. Played on the up. Wasn't a half volley. It's played on the up, this shot. I think maybe that's what he's got to now look to do, because West Indies need runs on the board. He's been patient. He's been watchful.
4 overs for him yesterday before the showers closed in. Short mid wicket in place together with the slip and the short leg.
I don't know if it's purely coincidence that Carlton Bowles come to the crease and Ishant has come to the end of a spell after 3 overs, but Harbhajan has caused Bowles some problems. He's gotten him out on 3 occasions at least during the series, and could have been 4 in Barbados had Dhoni not dropped Carlton Bowles on naught. So it's a good idea to put some pressure on Bowles, though he got some runs after being dropped in that second innings in Barbados.
And he's responded to the pressure, taking it over square leg. Question is, has it gone all the way? Connected with it very, very well.
Yeah, I think it's gone all the way, definitely. Bowles decided after his last innings to play some shots. He did in the last innings after being dropped. When I say the last innings in Barbados, he's decided that instead of prodding and poking around, he's going to play his own natural style. And he's gone all the way for 6.
It's been confirmed as 6. He is by nature an attacking player, Bowles. The question is for him, as with so many of these West Indian batsmen, about shot selection. Do have the ability to play the shots. Edged, but again short of slip.
It's a fair amount of turn on that and some bounce as well. Not enough pace on it to carry to Dravid. Does sow a seed of doubt. And that spun from round the wicket. Again it spun. This is literally day 2 and only the second session of play that we've had in the match. And already there's turn, and that's why I was wondering whether Mishra should be in the attack. 116 for 5.
But it's going to be Suresh Raina to bowl his offies. Just wondering if this might reinforce your own point about the possibilities of Amit Mishra. Mishra played in the first test, was left out for the next match in Barbados.
Yeah, when I looked at the pitch, and I wonder if Dhoni got fooled with it. I know the West Indies camp are certainly disappointed with what they saw from the pitch yesterday, but I looked at the pitch the day before the match, and immediately it struck me being so brown and without that live grass or semblance of green grass. Nice shot by Ball. Does it have the legs? I think it does. Wins the race. Another boundary to him. His second. Well, a 6 and a 4.
Not too much for the West Indies fans to cheer about this morning. But this is the way he plays, Carlton Bowe. You wouldn't want to tell him, whether it's minutes to an interval or whatever the situation, not to look to score when he's got the opportunity. Just rode that well with the spin. Some additional pressure for the man now on strike. That's a dangerous position when you're close in and you get a delivery like that. And Bravo puts it away. Pressure just being released somewhat.
The thing is that the outfield isn't as slow as I would have thought, given the inclement weather yesterday and the heavy rains which we had last night. A couple of these shots have still raced across this outfield quite nicely, giving Bravo and Ball full value for a couple of shots.
Oi!
9 runs coming off the over. 126 for 5.
So first ball after the lunch interval. Carlton Bowe in strike. And Munaf Patel going through him with that first delivery.
Yes, nice and full. Didn't really move, just played down the wrong line. Carlton Bowe.
Squeezed it through, should come for 2. And they will get the second run. Bowe played as he generally does before the lunch interval, very freely, played his shots. And gets the first runs after the break. Bowe was a busy player, Carlton Bowe. Big appeal for a catch of the wicket, not out, says the umpire. Not for the first time. The Indians are flabbergasted they didn't get it.
Gets in very close again, Munaf. It's just around that off stump. He's bowling very straight. No evidence of any bat involved there. Gets it into that area where the batsmen have to play.
It's a good positive run. They running between the wickets before lunch wasn't all that decisive, but that was. And Darren Bravo will take strike. And a very diligent innings by Bravo. One in which he's had to work as hard as I've seen him had to work in any test that he's played so far. Long way to get down for Munaf Patel. He took a long time getting down but made the save. Ends the first over after lunch, 131 for 5. Just steered down really between the second slip and the gully, and that will go all the way. So welcome runs here for the West Indies.
Didn't come off the edge, came off the face of the bat and played it with soft hands and kept it down. Just the outer half of the bat.
Burst through the hands of the extra cover fielder. Yet another boundary, so the West Indies have dealt in boundaries since the lunch interval.
Well, this looked to be in the air for a little while. Not sure if it carried all the way. Just short of the fielder. May just have dropped in front of him.
Well, he had the short extra cover in there before lunch for Bravo. That's his 50. So Darren Bravo followed his fine innings in Barbados in the second innings with another half century here.
And he's worked hard for this one. He's played some good shots, but he's had to do quite a bit of grafting as well. It's taken him 130 balls. Good opportunity now to put 3 figures on the board. Get the West Indies into a better position. It's just gone past 500 test runs as well.
Very expensive, over 15 off it, 146 for 5. Flashed away. And that's the way he goes. If you're going hard, and he certainly did. Got the edge. Between second slip and gully, another boundary.
There is that question about his shot selection. Munaf gets in close and tries to angle it away. And did the right thing. Brings up the 50 partnership with that boundary. It's Carlton Baugh. Both these batsmen have spent a bit of time at the crease in recent times. 46 not out in the second innings in Barbados for Carlton Baugh, 73 for Bravo.
There he goes again. Gully had come fine. Now who's going to run it? Gone flashing to the boundary. Crowd enjoys it.
Well, he's giving them a chance outside that off stump. Went at that one as hard as he did the one before. So there'll be a rearrangement of the slips. 2 gullies now and 2 slips. And he lets it go.
West Indies have had 5 boundaries since lunch. This is the 3rd over since the interval. There he goes again, and just beats the fielder. Now will it go away to the boundary? Just inside. He gets 3 for that ball.
Well, he's moving pretty far across his crease. Drove that ball from well outside the off stump.
Just scrambled another run from somewhere. So looked to be 3, and then they decide to go for the extra run on the return. So on all run 4.
Good reply from Munaf. It's just kept it in that area. Ball moving well across his stumps to play at that. Better watch out for that leg stump.
Better watch out for his chin as well. Ends the over, 158 for 5. So West Indies have really got up some momentum here after lunch. Partnership worth 59 now. Bravo has got his 50. Ishant Sharma comes round the wicket to the left-hander.
That's that last delivery of the last over. Got out of the way nicely in the end, Carlton ball.
Taken at slip. Now Bravo is going to stand there. Dravid takes the ball. Umpire Kettleborough now comes up and will have a word with the Square Leg umpire. Now, did it carry? That's what Bravo is concerned about, with the drive edged. Going to ask for assistance from the television umpire.
You sort of see the usual excitement that would accompany a dismissal. It's on its way to Dravid. It's got it covered. And can't be quite sure. I'm not too sure if that went cleanly in.
Joel Wilson is the television umpire. So he has to make the decision from the television screen.
Well, I think if you look from behind, I think this is the one that is pretty conclusive. There is some contact with the ground and the ball. It's definite contact with the ground. Just there. Just there. There is contact.
Umpire just wants to be absolutely certain. Always difficult for the fielder to know. Decision was made just to explain that this is not the umpire's review system. That is not in operation in this series, but this is a referral by the umpires themselves. And that can be done. Ball just touching the ground before Dravid came up with it. Outside edge found.
You can't really blame Rahul Dravid for that one. Difficult for him to tell. But there wasn't that much excitement when he caught it from the other fielders near him. It usually gives you a pretty good idea.
Have another look at it here. A lot of looks a while ago. But that looks to be the one which influenced umpire Joel Wilson, the television umpire, to say that the ball just touched the ground before Dravid got it. Now he's gone. Wonderful bowling, doesn't matter. Ishant Sharma picks up the wicket. Bravo walks off without waiting for the decision. So after that long look at the claim to catch, which was not given, Bravo now goes for 50. Will be really disappointed after that long innings.
There's clearly a sound as it passed the bat, and Bravo didn't really wait. Seemed less to be playing at it than to be pulling the bat out of the way. But it's too close for that. Darren Bravo goes for 50. It's 158 for 6.
Captain Darren Sammy comes in now to replace Darren Bravo. Bravo out for 50. Edged to first slip, ball didn't quite carry, and then a couple of balls later, an edge to the keeper. Added 59, very valuable runs. Still 160 for 6. As Munna Patel comes in now. Bravo having gone. Now the one who's been playing all the shots since lunch, Carlton Boy. He's gone up to 40, 41 in fact.
He's not holding back at all, is he?
Cuts that away and will go for 4.
Well, this was a much better controlled shot. Got close to it and just played it with an almost vertical bat. This pitch is really good for batting.
A couple of those shots has influenced the introduction of a third man. Mount Bruce up there. Camera overlooking Roseau, the capital of Dominica. And you can see Windsor Park. What a clear landmark that is. Botanical Gardens just before it. Really outstanding sports stadium here. Not only sports, they have a number of cultural events in Windsor Park. Now a man moves across from the offside into mid-wicket for Sammy. And he hits it exactly where that man had just come from. And gets a boundary.
Enough just over pitching. Got this on the full. It's a lot of open space out there at cover.
Now two men close in on the leg side. Now what are they going to do? Not too sure. A lot of indecision going on. Two were there in the close mid-wicket and the close mid-on. Now they're going back to the orthodox positions. Mid-off back. Mid-wicket drop back a bit. At the end of the over, it's 169 for 6. Dominica advertises itself as the Nature Isle, not the same as most of the other islands of the Caribbean, which depend very heavily on tourism through the traditional tourism planks of sun, sea, sand. Now here it's ecotourism to a large extent, rainforest and flicked away. That's a fine shot by Carlton Ball. That's his 52 and picked it up and deposited it down to mid-wicket. Gets a half century.
Determined he's not going to be tied down, Carlton Ball. Looking to score at every opportunity. And brings up his 50 with this shot. Just whipped it away.
Crowd loves it. Typical of West Indian crowds. Brilliant shot followed by a very solid defensive shot.
Gets everything behind it. Shows the bowler the maker's name.
Now square leg goes back. Not quite to the boundary, perhaps 10 yards inside.
This one swings nicely in. This is really good bowling from Ishant Sharma. Swung the first one in, and this one just eases away from him. Getting the ball to just reverse a little. It's great bowling, great accuracy.
Another fine shot. Playing really well here. Ball will get 2. Ends off the over. 175 for 6.
In the air, but in the gap. Too short from Ishant. And the runs continue to flow.
Darren Sammy continuing the positive momentum given by Carlton Baugh. That was way too short. Didn't even come high. Darren Sammy is a tall man, all right, but it was around his midriff. He was able to pull it quite comfortably. This is a sluggish kind of pitch. The ball really isn't taking off as it did in Barbados and in Kingston.
Darren Sammy under pressure in this series as he has been previously. Look at the results here for Ishant Sharma. Full length to Sammy, getting the wickets of the West Indies captain on 3 occasions already. And he's got the edge but dropping short.
Well, this is a 65 over ball, and the ball has been dropping short. Dhoni has been taking it on the second bounce, or he's been taking it around his ankles, and yet they haven't moved up. This is a sluggish pitch. This is not the Barbados pitch. This is not, there is the edge. And look at it, it's not carried. They have to get up. We saw Rahul Dravid also standing a little too deep. Luckily for him, it wasn't very expensive, that opportunity, because Bravo was out 2 balls later. But they have to get up. It's easier to catch the ball above the waist than below the knees.
Got some width and he's going to get 4. Not a tremendous amount of backlift, but there's quite a bit of power in the West Indies captain when he gets bat on ball.
Yes, I think not much of room around the off stump. Ishant Sharma does get the ball to come back in, but it was just a little bit short, which was what Sammy was looking for. He does play the square cut very well. Short mid-on's been pulled out and taken behind. But they've got to try and get up a few paces. All those fielders behind the stumps. This is a ball which is in its 65th over. Ishant Sharma in his 19th over. He won't have the same pace.
We saw him hiding the ball a couple of deliveries ago as well, the one that was cut away for 4. Trying to not telegraph to the batsman what he can anticipate. In the midst of the sunshine, we've got a bit of rain as well. Let's hope it's not that heavy. There it is, just a light drizzle at the moment. Over the top, good hit. And onto the rope. That's called a 6.
It's a beautiful shot this from Darren Sammy. Something that you would regularly see in a limited overs cricket, not so much in test cricket. A beautiful straight bat. Beautiful straight bat. Well, the West Indies captain has decided that he's not going to go down quietly. Look at that. Lovely straight bat. And into the roof, onto the roof over there.
Very entertaining session of cricket immediately after lunch. The loss of Bravo getting to 50, but Carlton Bowe blazing away for a third test 50, getting support from his captain, but Carlton Bowe really playing his shots.
Yes, he's grown in confidence after that second innings in Barbados where he was unbeaten on 46. Till then, Harbhajan was picking him up quite regularly. He took his chances, so a couple of streaky shots through the slips. But this was a terrific way to get to a half century, just flicking the ball over the onside field. And you can see over here that he's got a lot of boundaries on the offside. He tends to open the face of the bat when he's playing the drive or even the cut, and therefore the ball's gone more towards third man.
So a ball that was almost 65 overs old has now been changed. You're never going to find one that will be an exact replacement. And they're doing a lot of work on it. It's got quite a bit of sheen already.
And the seam looks a lot better. No question about it. The seam is a lot better. So this is exactly why they were looking for a change of ball. And of course, the ball would have gone a little bit out of shape. If the seam has come off, then there is justification in looking to change the ball.
.190 for 6.
Ishant Sharma was looking a little bit tired and he's been replaced by Munaf Patel.
He's really looking to crash it about. Well, he's not alone up there, nor are they there because the ground is absolutely packed. Just doesn't want to pay the admission fee. Put down. That would have been a real stunner. Virat Kohli. Full length to his left.
Well, that's the kind of effort that you want. A little bit of width offered, played on the up. And Kohli diving. And almost taking it.
Went very hard. And he's still going very hard, but this time it's along the ground. Ball launching himself into it. It was on the ground for only a millisecond.
trying to play it on the up. He's got the confidence now, Carlton Ball. But Virat Kohli is an outstanding fielder. Not a lot of other fielders would have reached that. But he certainly saved his team 4 runs.
Just a question of when he lost control of it. There he goes. Diving away, got it in both hands. Just seemed to drop out just as he was coming towards the ground, and picked it back up almost instantly. But hit the turf. There he goes. Getting it towards backward point. $199 for 6. Is he taken at forward short leg? He's gone. Yes, he's walking away. Abhinav Mukund claiming the catch at a forward short leg. Harbhajan strikes again, and he's now got wicket number 399. No question of the catch being cleanly taken. He reached forward there, and no question of the inside edge as well. A bit of glove also. He goes again, shaking his head in disappointment, failing to deliver. He's gone for 20. It's 199 for 7.
So an opportunity now for Harbhajan Singh. Chance for 400 test wickets. He's 399 and Edwards to face. Darren Sammy prods the ball to short leg. Turn and bounce, and that one didn't keep it down. We did have an instance in the World Cup when Ramnath Shawan was scheduled to come in, and when the wicket fell, he was in the toilet. So Devon Thomas had to come in his place. Not sure if that's the case here, but Edwards, whatever it is in before Rampal. Harbhajan comes around the wicket now. Bowled him, getting back to cut, and that's his 400th test wicket for Harbhajan Singh. And ball getting back, wrong shot to the wrong ball on this occasion, and 400 test wickets for Harbhajan Singh. Joins Anil Kumble and Kapil Dev among Indians to have reached that figure. 11th bowler overall to get to 400 test wickets. Holds the ball up and acknowledges the applause of his teammates. West Indies lose their 8th wicket for 200, and a fine innings by Bore ended with the wrong shot to the wrong ball.
It looked as though Bore thought it might have been I have to say he thinks it's a little bit more off stump. It's turned on him. There wasn't enough width on it to play that shot. And he knows it, but he only knows it after it's had its effect. It was a lovely innings, entertaining innings. 200 for 8.
So Ravi Rampal didn't have to wait very long to come to the middle. Edwards was in before him, but we believe that it's just the fact that he wasn't quite ready for one reason or another. And he'll face Harbhajan Singh. So 400 wickets for the bowler, once referred to as a turbinator. You don't hear that much these days. So that ends the over. The West Indies have got up to 200 for 8. There are his figures against the West Indies. Had an outstanding series here when India were last in the Caribbean. Won that series 1-0, and he was one of the outstanding players for India in that series. A pretty good record against the West Indies. There are his overall figures. A breakdown of them. Fazil Mohammed and Jeffrey Dujon will take up the commentary and go through some more Harbhajan Singh figures.
Very impressive numbers.
Yeah.
He's looking to add to them with the last 2 wickets. 5 wickets in innings 12 times. 8 in an innings, he did it once. 8 for 84, his best. Put down, hit hard but at him. Should have been able to hold on.
Gave this a bit of air and went straight to hand. He'll be kicking himself, Harbhajan. They don't come much easier than that.
Big swing. Looking to go to his favorite area.
Gave this air again. Well, that was the one he put down. Groundsmen are at the ready as a shower seems to be coming down the valley at us, as we've seen so many times during this test match. Don't think that they're going to be on much longer.
Maiden over from Harbhajan Singh. Keeps the score 204 for 8. Good lifter. But there's no one under the bat. No short leg. No leg gully.
Well, after this, he might think about putting one in. Held it cross seam to try to get that little extra bounce, and Edwards in a tangle. Wanted to get away, obviously, from that end. And here comes the short leg.
And this is the one thing that has been highlighted about Dhoni's captaincy. That he tends to follow the ball just a little bit. You've got a tail-ender in, you have big fast bowlers bowling short of a length. Put the man in. And he's got him now. Way too ambitious, Fidel Edwards. Don't know what he was thinking, but it's another wicket for Ishant and India.
Well, we spoke before that the bounce is variable in the middle of this pitch. Edwards expecting this one to bounce a bit higher than it really did. It's very short, and bottom edge onto his stumps. Sharma picks up his 4th wicket. Edwards goes for 3. It's 204 for 9.
He's played well. Not a bad average for someone at number 11. Got on top of it well. Generally played sensibly throughout this series. One black mark would have been at Sabina Park, where he got off the mark with a boundary and then decided to repeat the shot. He was dismissed right after. Ship coming into the harbour here to Roseau. The islands are so very close together. And he's played on. And Ishant finishes with 5 in the innings. It really has been an outstanding series for the tall fast bowler. And yet again, India have skittled the West Indies.
"21 wickets for Ishant Sharma. Probably have another innings to bat to bowl as well. But fantastic performance. And Bishu didn't look as if he wanted to get behind this at all. Closed the face of the bat and it just ramped straight down onto the stumps. And 5 wickets for Ishant Sharma as the West Indies are bowled out for 204.
And it didn't take long really for the Indians to polish off the West Indies after resumed. After that, just a brief break for rain. The Lord not providing any sort of resistance. Rampal left not out on note, but dominated by the bowling of Ishant Sharma. 10 wickets in the match at Kensington Oval, and now 5 in the first innings in the first ever test match here at Windsor Park for Ishant. Good support from Praveen, Harbhajan completing 400, and Munaf in his first bowl of the series getting a wicket as well. So that's the situation. We'll be away for a couple of minutes and then we'll be back to see how the Indians get going with their reply to the West Indies total of 204.
Now the opening batsman, Mukund, played well in Barbados, got a difficult ball in the first innings out without scoring. But played pretty well, got 48 in the second innings. Also got a very difficult delivery then too. Ball rising up about chest, throat height. I don't think we'll see much of that on this pitch. He and Virat Kohli are the opening batsmen. A correction, merely Vijay. The opening batsman, Virat Kohli, of course, to come in middle order. Ravi Rampal, who's been their key bowler this season, is unavailable. He's gone to hospital. He's got vomiting, and he won't be available at the start of the innings at least. Edwards pushing this down the leg side. So the West Indies coming into the match with only 4 bowlers, now are down to 3. So they have this afternoon another 43 overs for this afternoon. They'll have to get through those with what they have available. And I really can't pick out anyone there who will be able to really bowl respectably. None practicing.
Yes, certainly, because Lendl Simmons, who we saw bowl in the limited overs matches, he's not playing in this team, so really no backup bowler. Working up some pace, Fidel Edwards. Much will depend on him, but again, captains like to use quick bowlers in short bursts of 4 or 5 overs. Somebody will have to replace Fidel Edwards after some time.
So they're off the mark. Mukund.
Yes, that late outswing, which is the in swing to the left-hander, helping him to just work it away off his hips, uppishly, but safely.
Yeah, you hear us say that the West Indies only have 4 bowlers, and you may be saying, well, who bowls in the nets out there? Well, in fact, we're talking about bowlers who can give you a few overs, useful overs. No one else in the team bowls really much at all, if at all, for their respected territories.
Well, that's a problem when you go in with 4 bowlers. If you don't have a backup bowler or a batsman who can bowl pretty decently, then you're going to be in trouble. Vijay off the mark as well. India's got somebody like a Suresh Raina, Virat Kohli, who can bowl a few overs. It might not be wicket-taking overs all the time, but they will at least help relieve the pressure on some of the regular bowlers.
Just off the pad.
I really feel with the movement that he's getting that there should be somebody in the leg cordon in a catching position. Maybe not the mid-off. I don't think he's going to bowl the fuller length, and even if he gets pushed, there's always the chance the late swing can go between bat and pad. So West Indies really have to try and break through early to give themselves a chance in this test.
No! Over left hand.
End of the first over, 3 without loss. So an enforced change in the attack here, and that Darren Sammy will have to open the bowling. Ravi Rampal is ill, unavailable. Bowler who has struck almost every time he's opened the bowling in this season. In all the test matches, taken early wickets. Not available. Big setback for a West Indies team, short of bowling as it is, and with not many runs on the board.
Good first delivery from Darren Sammy. And Tony, even if he's on the field tomorrow, I don't think he'll be at full strength if he's been vomiting. It'll take a lot for him to get at full strength, even if he's on the field tomorrow.
It all adds up to real problems for the West Indies.
India have to cash in. India have to cash in on the misfortune that has hit Rampal. Late movement there. Pushed onto the back foot, rather close to the stumps.
Down to third man, they'll come back for second. Yeah, big opportunity for these two relatively new batsmen, opening the batting in the absence of the established openers Gambier and Sehwag. So they haven't had a good series so far, neither of the two of them. But certainly an opportunity for them to take advantage of the conditions and the circumstances. I know that there may be questions being asked about Marlon Samuels, who bowled quite respectably in test matches without getting a lot of wickets, but of course he was debarred because of an illegal action and hasn't had it remedied under the ICC stipulations, so he will not be able to bowl. There's the first class record of the West Indies team as far as bowling is concerned. And of course Chandapol was early in his career, hasn't bowled for a long time. Samuels debarred. Ends the over, 5 for the loss. Take strike from Edwards.
Nice bit of curve is getting Fidel Edwards. He'll feel a lot better, Murali Vijay, because Ravi Rampal's got him 3 times. That was in the first test. This is the first innings at Barbados. That's the 3rd consecutive time. And then 4. So all the 4 innings that he's played so far, he's fallen to Ravi Rampal. And Ravi Rampal now is not bowling.
He really struggled in Barbados in the first innings, where pitch was definitely helpful. Made 11, almost made it through until lunch. Went through that first morning session for just 11 runs, and just before lunch he was caught down the leg side. I suppose you might say an unlucky dismissal. So nothing there for him in this series, and he's lost his place on the team to tour England, which follows this series.
Yes, I think the second innings dismissal really would have been the straw on the camel's back. Also the fact that Abhinav Mukund batted solidly in the second innings, and he offers a left-handed option as an opening batsman. So Vijay had to miss out, but this is an opportunity for him, as also for Virat Kohli, to show that they should be next in line.
Edwards getting that away swing. Starts rather early, this wrong arm action of his. Why did the off stump going further? Of course, the West Indies selectors would have had a lot of thinking to do about the composition of the team here. If Kemar Roach is available, he was in the squad, not selected.
No, no.
Strong body of opinion that Andre Russell might have been included in the test squad, but he had an outstanding one-day series and yet not played in the test team. Capable batsman, a fast bowler as well. Edwards on the spot, made an over 5 without loss. So Darren Sammy will continue now to Mukund. So far, almost everything hit in the middle of the bat. Ball not doing much. We did see Ishant Sharma get the ball to lift, but he's delivering from probably a foot higher than Phelan Edwards. But even then, it wasn't the kind of pace that he could get in Barbados and in Jamaica. Both those pitches did favour the fast bowlers to that extent.
Well, Phelan Edwards' first over certainly thudded into Carlton Bauer's gloves, but the next over, a couple of deliveries were taken on the second bounce or low down. This one going through quite nicely. But Sammy is bowling at about 75 to 79 miles an hour. Edwards on the other hand bowls between say 86 to 91, 92. Sometimes he can touch 92 miles an hour.
Carlton Ball played a really entertaining innings today. One that was probably necessary for the West Indies at that stage. They'd been bogged down and came in. Here's Sammy to Mukund, the left-hander, over the wicket. Shot off the legs. Long chase here for Barat. A good return, but 3 runs always on. Ends the over, 8 without loss. It's a good solid start by the Indian openers. It's the last ball of the over, coming back for 3. A good return from the deep from Barat. And the ground staff just getting a little bit active here. And so are the umpires. And yes, they're now calling the covers on. So Fazil Mohammed is going to keep his seat, because I'm going to hand over to him now. And if he thinks he's going to get over the next few minutes of commentary just because Colin Oliveira is running onto the field for the umpteenth time in this match, getting up the stump cam and getting out there a lot earlier than he did the last time when he was almost smothered by the covers. So yet again, the covers coming onto the ground. Shower here at Windsor Park, and it may well be a longer shower than we've had earlier. The umpires are maybe prematurely calling the covers on, but they could see the rain coming down from, there it is, That's on one side. And it's not too far away. So 8 without loss. I'm going to hand over to Fazil Mohammed and Jeffrey Dujon.
Your generosity knows no limits, Tony. But indeed, it's a sign that we've become depressingly familiar with. As India barely able to get their reply underway. That's after the bowlers did their job in dismissing the West Indies for 204. And I'm sure they'll be thinking whenever this shower passes, if it lingers for some time this evening, if they've got to come back tomorrow, Jeffrey Dujon, they'll really want to set their stall out for a long occupation of the crease in pursuit of a second test match victory in the Caribbean.
Oh, they certainly will, Faz. The conditions are really good for batting. They've improved for batting. A ball coming onto the bat a little bit more today in the latter part of the morning. And obviously India, not thinking about having to bat second, will obviously look for a pretty sizable first innings score, and those runs are in this pitch. There's no question about that. There's not a lot in it for the bowlers. Even the Indian bowlers, I think, work very, very hard, and it was really due to their accuracy and their consistency that the wickets started to fall. The West Indies are going to have to sort of try to emulate that. And as we've seen in this series, they can be a bit wayward at times. A lot of batting in India's lineup. And that's it for today. You can see the showers in the background. Hopefully they'll abate, and we'll be back tomorrow. See you then.
And that alone make us strong.